this software movie, we'll discuss and illustrate various ways of exporting the data that you've collected with the EDAX team system. All of the data in the team system is automatically saved in the project panel when you use the point analysis, mapping, or line scan modes. With all of that data available, we want to export the data in a format that works for us. One of the quickest and easiest ways of exporting your data is to use the Send to Folder option that's available when you hover your mouse over one of these areas. First, we want to set up our custom folder by going to our user profile settings, defining a file path by clicking on this button here and defining the path, as well as choosing the image type for all of the images that we'll send out. Once we do that, we could come to our Send to Folder, click on Send to Folder, and you'll see the animation sending the spectrum to the folder. And now as we hover over the image, we could also send to folder, and that works for the phase map or the various element maps as well. To view these images, we click over to our custom folder, and we see our phase map image available to us, including the micron marker and the designation, and that spectrum exactly as we've had it laid out. Those are in the image file formats, but the spectra does also get sent out as an Excel CSV file, which gives you a 2-column plot of the X-ray, x-axis X-ray energy and the intensity. The next way to send data out is by using the report option. And in reporting, we could click on the one-button report, the green button here, or the quick report button here. I'll just select a small subset of data and then click on the report button. Depending upon the data type that you have active, it will gather it into a template that best represents the data available. So in this case, I have my image and my spectrum, as well as my concentration results. And I could save as various different file formats, including PDF, PowerPoint, HTML, text and rich text, Word, Excel, and various image types. I'll save as PowerPoint. And once we have it in PowerPoint, then any of these images or pieces of data could be moved, edited, even copy and paste right from PowerPoint. The next way of exporting the data is more of a batch processing routine. So let's go back to my map set again. And in this map data set, we have a series of data, including our spectra, our phase map, our element maps, and so on. And if we want to automatically export all of them as raw data that we can use, say, as the images, we can use our export function located down here on the lower level of the project panel. So I'll click on export, and then we could select as much or as little data to batch export all at once. I'm going to just work with a subset of data, so I'm going to click on that map. And to get raw data, the key here is to deselect the portable database project. So I uncheck that button so that there is nothing highlighted or selected here, and I click on OK. And it's going to export that data for me. And then using standard Microsoft Windows conventions, I just go to the location of that. So that is under My EDAX, and then username, project name, sample, and area. And now you can see all of the maps are exported as images. So you can easily share these images with other users who don't have an EDAX team system. next way to export the data is very useful if you have large volumes of data, or if you want to post-process using an EDAX team system but on another microscope or another workstation. In this case, we would click on the export function again. And now we want to leave this Create Portable Database project selected. We can choose all of the data in the project, so we can zip all of this data down and save it as a zipped file. We could password protect it or delete all of those project files once we export them. So if you'd like to save all of your data to a network drive or a portable hard drive, this would be the way to do it. And you could remove the data from your local machine and save it at an alternate site. In the interest of time, I'll just select one or two small pieces of data and click on OK. And here we could save the data as a zipped file to a network location. And so I'll save the zip file here. From here, it compiles all the data together and exports the data to a zipped file, asks me for confirmation. Great. Now, if I wanted to go back to my desk and import that data, I would go to my laptop's team software, and I would click on Import, and then I would go and select it here. And click on Open, and it would start the import function. Again, this is very useful if you want to remove the data from your local machine or save to a network location, or to reproduce the work that you've done on this machine on another machine to post-process your data. Finally, there's larger ways of exporting data in bulk, and that's with the periodic database backup function. Every 28 days, you'll get a prompt from your system that says, would you like to back up your data? If you would, then you click on yes, and you can then save the backup of all of that data, so all of your projects, into a different location, including a portable hard drive location or a network location. If you don't want to wait for the 28 days, or if you want to do it at your own intervals, you could go to administrator mode and then choose the backup function from administrator mode. For administrator mode information, including the password that protects that account, please contact your local EDAX support person. This concludes the overview of the team data export options. Thank you.